welcome to my review of Uncharted Lost Legacy on the PlayStation 4. Pretty new to gaming reviews, still trying to get into it, get used to it, and I'm going to do my best to try to not spoil everything about the game. And if you guys are interested in this, if you have a PS4, you can only play this on the system itself. And if you love Uncharted, I think this is going to be a good game, a pretty good game for you, regardless of what you started on. If you only played one of the games of the series, maybe you started on Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, and regardless, and maybe you enjoyed it, you're still going to like this game, regardless of whatever game that you ended up playing first of the Uncharted series. Maybe you started on 4, but I really like this game, and I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone out there. If you're interested in playing this, and probably seen a couple videos, maybe some live streams of the gameplay, and it probably interests you in the game. It would probably interest you and make you want to play this game. And in this is what's different about this game is that you play as Chloe, and she teams up with Nadine, who was a previous character from Uncharted 4, and Chloe's first appearance, I believe, was in Uncharted 2. And the goal of this game, basically, for the whole story is that they end up teaming up, they become partners, they end up going after the same thing, which is this golden tusk of Ganesh, this ancient artifact, and someone else is after it. It's an antagonist of the game named Asav, who's also after the same thing. And you'll encounter her in the beginning of the game. You have a few extra encounters with him, and I'm not going to get into anything else about the ending. And you eventually it ends up resulting in like a showdown, and I guess a race to this ancient artifact known as the Golden Tusk. It takes place in I guess according to the back of the case, it says India, West Indies. I'm not big on history or anything like that, but as for the gameplay, I can definitely talk about is that it's pretty fun. It's a lot of fun, and if you played an Uncharted game before, you probably already noticed the same thing. But just the only difference is you're playing as Chloe now instead of just Nathan Drake that you're used to playing from the previous 4 games. For the 4 games, you will always play as Nathan Drake. You wouldn't be able to change characters or anything like that. And for the rest of the game, for basically this whole, I wouldn't even call it a full game. It's an expansion from what I found out. I thought it was going to be a full game for Chloe's side, but it's only 9 chapters. But the cool thing for the gameplay, something that I noticed, from unlike the earlier versions of the game, for like the first 3 games, I would say, you have this open world aspect where you can drive around and go wherever you want to in this open world. You can see where you are. You get a map to know exactly where you are and what you're going to run into. So if you get lost and you can backtrack, you got a map to find your way around this world. And the cool thing is that if you're a treasure hunter, you can go after these treasures, these different treasures and stuff like that, and try to get the trophies. And as you drive around and explore, you're going to run into these big coins, or these tokens with different symbols of different animals, like many different ones. I forgot the number how many tokens there are in the game, but you can go wherever you want so you can get these tokens. And if you get them all, you're going to get this item. I'm not going to spoil the name. I guess this is probably not too much of a spoiler, but you're going to get this item that's going to basically help you keep track of all the nearby treasures that you run into. So if you think you feel like there might be a hidden treasure around, you don't have to check every single corner. This particular item is going to light up, and you'll be able to track the nearby treasure, and you'll know when you have some treasure nearby. And instead of just having to look up a guide, I think this item is worth getting when you gather all the tokens that's hidden around the map for the world that you can explore. And it definitely helps you find the treasure, so you don't have to look up a guide, you don't have to watch someone else's videos or a stream to try to find out where exactly is this treasure. Once you get this hidden item, it's definitely worth getting tokens to unlock it, and you can find the treasure all by yourself. And you're probably going to miss a couple for your first playthrough. You probably have to replay the game for a second time to try to go back and backtrack to a particular chapter or a particular area where you can find these treasures, just in case you want to be a completionist and get the trophies and get a platinum if you are like a trophy hunter. So that's something pretty cool. And the open world aspect about it. I love the graphics. I'm not a graphics guy. I've never been one because I play games from the 1990s, like Sega Genesis, these old school games from the classic old school days, back when gaming, the older days. I would say the good days of gaming, because it's different now compared to today. They just don't make them like they used to. But I've never been a graphics person, but this game is beautiful. Everything looks great, and it makes you want to just explore, and just the water, the trees, the grass, the land, just the rocks around you. And I would say it's like the Horizon Zero Dawn graphics. It's just beautiful, just like that game was. All the characters are great. The cutscenes, it's almost as if you're watching a movie. The music, and just all just the epic explosions, the gunfights that you get into, and all the surprises, the drama that unfolds in the story and stuff like that. It's almost like you're watching a movie. Just the voice acting is great. The voice acting has always been great in these Uncharted games. You're just gonna love it. You're gonna love it, even if you're a graphics person or not. You're gonna think the game looks great. You're gonna enjoy the gameplay. You got the open world aspect to explore, go wherever you want, and go after these tokens if you want to. If not, you can go straight into you can go straight after these towers that you have to go after for the main story, for the main quest. You don't have to go after the tokens if you don't want to. And I feel like it gives the player, whatever you play, whenever you play this game, you can just do what you want. You can explore if you want to. Just go looking around for other stuff. Something else I forgot to mention is that you can open these, I wouldn't call them chests, but these crates that you can get additional weapons. You can get brand new weapons for, and you have to lockpick them. And the cool aspect for it is that you'll know where to try to pick the lock and try to help you open the crate based on the vibration of the controller. But I didn't have vibration turned on for my controller because it always distracts me. I just never liked the vibration function for any video game I'm playing. First person shooter, action adventure, JRPG, I always turn it off. It always throws me off my game. I don't know about anyone else out there, but even if you had the vibration turned off, it still gives you a hint with like these arrow indicating where to go, where you have to pick the lock to help you out, just in case you don't have the vibration turned on. So I was easily able to still pick these locks of the crates. I'm sure I didn't get all of them, but you can get like weapons, and even some of them also contain treasure, by the way. And so say if you were running out of ammo for your sidearm, for your I was gonna say secondary, thinking about Call of Duty, your pistol or a handgun. You can find probably a new one with probably like a scope, maybe like the ACOG scope with your handgun or something like that, or maybe a different assault rifle or a different primary weapon that you can get. And that's just some of the things that you can do in the game besides the open world aspect to it and all that stuff. So other than that, I really enjoyed it. Even though it's only 9 chapters in the game, I think it's worth playing and checking out if you are an Uncharted fan. The cool thing is it wasn't a full $60. It was a good $40, which is a good price in my honest opinion for an expansion like Uncharted Lost Legacy. You can get trophies. You can enjoy the story from Chloe's side and see how it all unfolds. And then something else I'll mention, you run into 2 familiar characters. I'm not going to name drop or anything like that. 2 familiar characters that you recognize from the previous Uncharted 4 game. But speaking of that game, something else just the last thing I want to say before I just give my honest score about it. Let's say you don't have Uncharted 4 anymore. You probably traded in, you gave it to a buddy to borrow or something like that. You can still play the multiplayer for Uncharted 4. You can play the multiplayer. You'll get the survival mode. It comes right with the game. You don't even have to just download Uncharted 4 all over again. You don't even have to go out and buy it all over again if you don't have it anymore. It comes with the multiplayer and the survival mode, so you don't have to go back and get Uncharted 4 again. And I think I really like that about that, because me, I don't even have Uncharted 4 on my system anymore. I wasn't going to just get the game all over again and then try to go back for the multiplayer aspect. It comes with it free of charge. And for my copy, since I pre-ordered it, I was able to get Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy that I also recently finished. Free of charge. It was a pretty good deal. It wasn't remastered or anything like that. So you get 2 games in one with the game if you pre-order. But I really liked that part. That was something else I really liked. And honestly, from playing the game, I wouldn't be able to name anything I didn't really like about it. Sure, there were some difficult puzzles, just to be open, that I had problems with. And some of you guys were actually helping me out in the stream chat, that you guys saw that I saw something that I couldn't see, to help figure out with the puzzles, which I appreciate. So other than that, I didn't have anything that I disliked. Oh, this part of the game sucked. It was crappy. It was boring at this part. I was really into the game. I enjoyed it for what it is. It's an Uncharted game. Uncharted game is just one of the greatest games ever made, in my opinion. And one of the best games I play and experience hands-on as hardcore video games, as a gamer, from playing all types of games of different genres. But other than that, that's it. That's basically the whole story in a nutshell. My experiences, everything that you can do in the game, and I personally enjoyed it. And I recommend it to anyone out there. If you don't have a PS4 right now, I would recommend getting it. Even if you probably skipped out on Uncharted 4, you could play that as well if you want to. But I think this game, even as an expansion, is pretty damn good in my opinion. And I enjoyed it. So it gets a 5 out of 5 for me. It doesn't. There's nothing wrong with it. Great graphics, story, voice acting, the open world aspect, where you can get treasures if you are a completionist. You can go back and play it again on a harder difficulty if you want to get the extra trophy, if you guys want to. So I think it would appeal to anyone like that. If you're a completionist, you can do what you want to. You can go after the tokens. You can play the game again, try to beat the story, get all the trophies and stuff like that. You'll be good and enjoy the game. You won't get bored. The gameplay is great. The cutscenes are amazing. And again, it's just like a movie. And I just enjoyed it. I had a blast playing it. And I'm hoping they come out with an Uncharted 5 sooner or later. I know that's probably not going to come next year or something like that. I hope that they're going to be making a new game for this, because Naughty Dog always makes great games. They deliver with this expansion. I definitely recommend it to you guys if you haven't played it. Let me know what you guys thought about the playthrough and the game itself, if you guys played it yourself. And let me know. Feel free to leave feedback in this video for my review. Still trying to get into this stuff for video games and also movie reviews as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed my review. And let me know what you guys thought about the game, and leave comments if you guys want to. Thanks for watching, and hopefully, again, they'll make another Uncharted 5 game in the near future.